Using minerals and stones to attract wealth is yet another tool in our toolbox of solutions. Native Americans have been using stones for centuries. From sacred aquamarine turquoise protection stones to connecting with the spiritual realms for guidance using clear quartz crystals. From experience, I can give you an example of how they can work in everyday life. I was riding a dirt bike in the mountains one summer with a group of friends. If you don't want dust and dirt in your face, you have to be first or lag a little behind the others. With a few riders ahead of me, a big rock flew up from the back of a tire, hitting me directly in the chest. By chance, the part that wasn't covered with protective riding gear. It just so happens that I was wearing a turquoise pendant on a chain that day. What happened was, when the rock hit my chest, it hit my pendant and bounced off, flying into the bushes on the side of the trail. Oddly, it was not damaged from the incident. From that day on, I always wore it on my body for riding adventures. That's one example of how we can use minerals in our everyday lives. But today we're talking about money, cold hard cash, to live out our dreams and adventures. Using minerals alone is not the solution. These magnificent rocks can help us to transform our issues into positive solutions. These stones are just helping us to do it by ourselves, knowing that we do not even need a crystal, we can simply use our minds alone. What we can do is use various tools together to speed up the process and make it work faster. Depending on your beliefs, it can take one day or a year to manifest your desires. It depends on how much you believe you can attain certain goals. It's easy to get sidetracked and think someone's thoughts that are not our own. Like going to a very powerful movie. When you walk out of the theater, it's all you can think about. Certain scenes may have had an effect on you, and you may even think about them the very next day, over and over in your mind. Like a song they play on the radio 5 times a day on all the different stations that you listen to. It's meant to stick in our mind, so we go out and buy a CD or download the song. This strategy works for marketing wonderfully. We can take a few tips from that ourselves to use, but in a different way. Instead of focusing on the movie you just watched or podcast that you listened to, focus on yourself. What do you want? What does it look like? We want to focus on the feeling, energy around the goal. If you desire money, how much? What will you use it for? These are important facts that we need to know, because intention is key for results. Because you can't have what you don't know. So now that you know what you want and have a strong vision or feeling of what you want to attract, we can get started with the amazing crystals we're going to use in our manifesting desires. First of all, you again do not need fancy crystals for this. You can replace any stone or rock with any clear quartz crystal, quartz rocks, and the same goes for the ones you can find on the beach or in the forest work too. It's all in how you program it. We will get to that later, along with how to use these impressive minerals. For now, I will list the most common crystal and mineral rocks used to invite wealth into our lives. In no particular order, the first one on our list is the gorgeous magical gold pyrite. Known as being fool's gold, as it can trick those not knowing what it is. This crystal is rich looking all on its own, it sparkles golden specks of light, and it actually seems to twinkle. Depending on where you live, it can be $5 or less for a good-sized chunk of the raw pyrite. It's a bit more expensive for the pyrite cubes. In second is tiger's eye. This lovely stone again looks golden, it's shiny and shimmers gold streaks. It is not a very big rock. You can get pendants, rings, bracelets and other jewelry that are readily available, as this is a popular mineral that most jewelry stores carry. And because these are small pieces, they're usually relatively cheap to purchase. Third on the list is amethyst, the beautiful violet-purple crystal. Most commonly it comes in a sparkly cluster of different purples. These are not too expensive and available in most local spiritual stores, or you can buy them online. Just be sure to do research before purchasing any crystals online, and make sure they have good trusting reviews first. Fourth is the pretty citrine. Again, this one comes in radiant gold clusters, or in a shiny smooth stone form. It usually has small golden specks within that glimmer in the sun and firelight nicely. You can find different sized pieces from $5 and up. It's nice to have different stones for manifesting money, because we can also use them to create what's called a crystal grid. We will talk more about that later. Number 5 is the lucky orange carnelian. This amazing rock comes in many different shades of orange, from dark burnt orange to a pale peach color. Perfect for fashion too. Sixth on the list is green jade. I like jade because it's usually available in many forms, and for me it's a locally mined rock. It comes in many shades of green, from dark green to light or pale tones. This one comes in sculptures that are nice to have for the center of a crystal grid. For example, if we are wanting to entice the feeling of security and abundance, we could get a cool little jade animal like a bear or wolf and place it in our grid to make the energy stronger. Number 7 is garnet. A gorgeous deep red ruby crystal. Garnet is a nice choice because it comes in the more expensive jewelry if you want something a bit more fancy to wear. This one is also a lucky stone and can give us the courage to achieve our dreams no matter what they are. For the 8th one, we turquoise, the good fortune and protection stone. Another one that is often used in the fashion industry, so it comes in a lot of jewelry styles. It also comes in the small tumbled shiny rocks that are a complement to any crystal and stone collection. Some pieces have small speckles of gold flickering inside of them when looked at in bright lights. 9th on the list is the fabulous smoky quartz. It comes in a darker golden color and also a clear light gold. This one is great to draw luck towards us and helps it keep flowing in. Now that we have chosen the rocks or crystals we want to work with, let's get using them in practical ways to manifest more money into our life. Small crystals and stones are easy to put in your pocket, change purse, wallet, or anywhere else we have a reference to money. This will bring more wealth into our wallets naturally. When you go over your bills and expenses at home, choose a money crystal or rock and simply place it next to you while you work it out. You may be pleasantly surprised to find a mistake of financial gain. Use any of the rocks at night while you sleep. Place a stone in a small bag and put it into your pillowcase. When you sleep at night, the stone will work its magic, leading to positive dreams or ideas you could use to make money. Hold a crystal in your hand and use money affirmations. When you say affirmations, it's best to speak them out loud to strengthen the vibration of frequency, because our voice has a tone of its own, one that only we have. When meditating traditionally, choose one of the crystals we talked about and hold it in your hand. You may also place it on your third eye in between your eyebrows and up 1 inch. This is powerful when focusing on the goals you intend on attaining, or even winning, or becoming lucky for that matter. If you have any kind of spiritual altar at home or work, you can add crystals to it to make it stronger energetically. Choose one or more of the stones mentioned and place them inside your altar or around the perimeter. How to program quartz crystal to resemble other minerals you may not have at home or cannot acquire easily. If you have access to the internet, look for pictures of that rock. Or colored photos in a book too. Simply stare at it for a few moments, then close your eyes and say, "Can you please put the energy of pyrite into this lovely crystal that I am holding?" Thank you. And that's it, you are now ready to use it. Make a crystal grid with one or any and all of the stones mentioned. Use a small spot on a table or corner of a room that will not get disturbed by kids or animals. Choose a shape like a circle or a square. Arrange the minerals around the shape you chose. If square, place one in each corner. If round, place them approximately 3 to 4 inches apart, following the line of a circle. You can print out or draw a shape on a piece of paper too. Thank you for watching the video. We will see you again next time.